Moin Moin, herzlich willkommen zu einer neuen Ausgabe des Meier-Podcast. Mein Name ist Herr Erdmann, ich befinde mich im Karlstor, treffe Wax Tailor, einem Produzenten aus Frankreich, der sehr schöne Musik macht. Ich hoffe, ich habe ein paar schöne Fragen. Ich wünsche mir viel Spaß, euch auch. Bis gleich. You're recently touring through Germany, so regarding your new long player called In the Mood for Life. When it comes to that kind of title, In the Mood for Life, so I have to ask you that. So haven't you been in the mood for life before you start the long player, or so what is the reason for that?
I think it's more about when I decided to call the album In the Mood for Life, it was more about the mood I had during the full rec of the album. And In the Mood for Life, I would translate it like waking up in the morning and with the will to struggle about everything, not like being stupidly happy and say, yeah, it's really cool. Just more about a feeling I had because about all the things that happened those last years, and especially in France, and the feeling I could have as a citizen, as a human, about what happened. So I feel concerned about all that, and I think in the morning I just think we got so many things to do, and so I wake up with this feeling. I also wake up with the feeling that we can change things about politics, about a lot of things. So that was the main idea I had behind that, just personal. So
strings, or especially cello, seems to be a feature component in your music. What's that thing behind this melancholic features you have mostly in your music?
I think it's something that I don't really control. I don't know if you know about a phrase from Victor Hugo. He said, melancholy is happiness of being sad. Okay. And that's a great phrase, because I think melancholy is something. It's a kind of mood you got, and I don't think it's that's something. Even when I make some kind of organic track or funky track, there are parts like minor parts, and you got some. And I think for a long time I've been really fascinated about the chords, especially about the cello, and that's something I wanted to introduce in my music for a long time. And right now, especially on this album, I had the opportunity just to work on more about the writing of it, and so. I just tried things on this album, and like you were saying, I think I've been working on this album on a different kind of energy with a drum and bass for the beginning of the track, so it's maybe more organic than the other album, but in the same time you still got those melancholic elements. Yeah.
So you call your music abstract hip-hop. So whenever it comes to this term, I mean,
I don't use this term. I never did.
Really?
Yeah, because
you have to read the promotional sheet from your from your record company, really.
You know what, I think that abstract hip-hop is just a bullshit term, because
I think so too.
Yeah, because hip-hop is a culture, so it can be abstract. I've never understood what it was. Okay. I've talked about orchestral and cinematic hip-hop. I think it's always about stamps you put on the music, and I'm not sure it's large enough. And but right now I feel better. I mean, because before I was really focusing about the terms, and right now I just think it's music. Call it like you want. So,
all right. So you don't give a fuck about the description of the music?
I feel better about that because I think I open doors about what I do, and I don't feel like. I feel more and more free about what I do. I don't care about. I know that sometimes at the beginning it's quite different. It's quite difficult because I had great feedback about the first album, and so it's like a pressure because you think you're frightened about the moment when people say. I prefer this or that, and that's quite logical. And about the exposition you got, and especially in France right now, on the third album, it's quite insane. And I feel more free because I know I can't have 100% people saying it's fantastic. So I say, okay, I've done it sincerely, and after that we'll see.
All right. Good. So then we are done. We are through. So thanks for the interview.
Thank you.
Das war's für heute. Wax Tailor heute Abend im Karlstorbahnhof. Hustet sich gerade die Seele hier aus dem Leib, und ich sag tschüss, bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao.